Concussions are an injury that many associate with boxers or NFL pros, but athletes at any level can suffer the condition. Dr. Vishal Shah explains.
Well, concussion is a very serious injury to the brain. It's basically a sprain of the brain or a contusion of the brain. It's when the brain, because of an impact from outside forces, bumps into the inside of the skull, and it can cause a variety of symptoms with a lot of long-term implications. That's actually why concussion is so important and so significant of an injury, because the long-term implications of a concussion that goes untreated or is followed by multiple concussions can cause long-term memory impairments, mood impairments, and a lot of other problems that we're really just now finding out about. Concussions amongst young athletes are increasing in prevalence for two reasons. Number one, athletes are bigger, faster, stronger than ever before. Competition is at an all-time high. There's so many kids competing, and the level of impact that these athletes are subjected to is increasing. And then number two, we're also more aware of what a concussion is, the signs and symptoms of concussions, and so the athletes themselves, families, trainers, coaches, are all in tune with what a concussion is, and we can diagnose that earlier than before, whereas for many years these concussions were still happening, but they were going undiagnosed. Anytime there's a significant impact to a player where they're a little slow to get up, or even if it's a high impact collision, even if the player bounces right up, it's important for somebody to be watching that athlete for the next few minutes, whether it be somebody on the sidelines or a coach or somebody in the stands. Early signs of concussion that you need to be aware of are going to be headaches, dizziness, vomiting, even just a brief loss of consciousness, loss of balance, not acting right. A lot of times it's a teammate that reports a teammate that may just not be acting right, and that can be one of the signs of concussions. When a patient comes in, the physician will speak with them, ask them about their symptoms, and go through basically a checklist of symptoms. Next would be a physical exam of the head, neck, the nerves that can be affected, that come from the brain to the body, and as well as physical exam signs for balance and strength and coordination. Next, we often do a neuropsychologic test. That's a standardized test called the impact test, which is used to diagnose both the presence of a concussion and the recovery or progression of a concussion. So that's another very useful tool to help us know when it's safe to get athletes back to their activity. Every athlete should have a baseline impact test. That means you've taken this same test before you've ever had a concussion, and then after there is a question of a concussion, you can retake the test, and then you have a comparison of what's normal for that athlete. As far as how it's treated, generally a concussion is treated almost like you would treat an ankle sprain, but this is a sprain of the brain. So where you would rest and rehabilitate the ankle, you really have to rest the brain as well, which means no exertion, no intense activities, avoiding a lot of stimulation, light, TV, loud music, those kind of things. So really you just have to kind of sit and rest until the brain has had time to recover, and then slowly reintroduce different levels of activities to make sure that no symptoms recur.
Richmond Bone and Joint Clinic provides free resources to the public to learn more about concussions and other sports-related conditions. Visit their website at www.rbjc.com and look under Patient Education. You can also find health and wellness resources at Memorial Hermann Hospital's website, www.memorialhermann.org. For Healthwise, I'm Stacy Hawkins.